Your appointment as IGP comes at a time when the security landscape is rapidly evolving. Traditional policing methods must be adapted to confront new and emerging threats and crimes. We face increasing incidents of violent crime, cybercrime, and fraud, as well as new forms of organized crime that demand sophisticated investigative techniques. Additionally, the global security environment presents fresh challenges, from terrorism to transnational criminal networks, which require strong intelligence gathering and proactive law enforcement. Ghanaians have high expectations of the police service, and rightly so. Our people look to you for protection. They want to see a police service that is not only professional and disciplined, but also one that is fair and just. They want to be reassured that when they report crimes, they will receive a swift and impartial response. They want to trust that the police service will act in their best interests, free from undue influence and without discrimination. To achieve this, IGP, your leadership must be rooted in integrity, discipline, and innovation. The Ghana Police Service must continue to reform itself to meet the needs of our ever-changing society. Intelligence-led policing, community engagement, and effective deployment of modern technology must be at the core of our law enforcement strategy. Our officers must be well-trained, well-equipped, and motivated to serve with excellence. One critical area that requires immediate attention is the relationship between the police service and the communities in which they serve. Public trust in law enforcement is essential. Without it, effective policing becomes difficult. The concept of community policing must be strengthened. The police must be seen not as an intimidating force, but as a partner in crime prevention, safety, and development. Officers who serve and protect with empathy, fairness, and respect for human rights are respected in society. Mr. IGP, your role will also involve rooting out corruption within the service. Corruption in law enforcement undermines justice and weakens public confidence in our security agencies.
Hey! Memo bibia kwaba mema ha memo ajo wofa kwa wo bia memo achi so ewo if you suffer in Dark in 4 stars radio TV Atlanta Georgia USA na yedi yesu enne ensemwa na wotwe nyina ebe mu ewo magana no minima bedwafo ye ba bedwendwe ho na yahwe ne pomesibre enti fra wunua na bo wunua ma ne yese emre na aso yedi ba be hihye so yinim se breachy kese bi eboye enye breachy ya de ahwere obi nkwamom de enemom eye omampani ensakraye bi a waye ewo police ejumeko no mo no na akoye ensem bibiri a wohwe infoni a etwaba ye a na enye fidi agro ebinum ani age ne ho keka ho na ansa na meto aso no menkoi na menkoma mabedwafo ni na akwaba mendiga nko wofaya makwaba
Yeah, that is.
Bia bokodie.
Nyame adumo that is so now.
Meti unka ne jise meniaje enkomsheni 001 sisi ade eye 111 ntina ye 3. Enkomsheni number 3. No wofaya me ko me dase wofaya. Me ko echia esefo aka baba. Hello. Minia. Ese.
Na otiminka
Metunga pa.
No bibianim.
Bibianim metunga. Aden tina.
Me wo highway bi suntina me bi say otini ye dia na say.
Metini ye pa. Metini ye nemum abotire mu a. Why? Wonam highway dia.
Na if I so ma ne hoti say mentini so ana na mo kiki nti na wa beni ya na kata ma say e want to get post lady
ma me bo ye kuku o wa kuku drusi mu kra wa kuku drusi gari
kata ma say e no yesu mo de mo ai nti wo mra bibia ni ho bibia da di
o wa fidie ni su kra woti ma me mama akaba mama akaba bibia bokodi mama. Hello, Mamiama. Okay, say Mamiama enti minka papa ewa ha. Enti menkwai what for you?
Oh, sorry, that me was mute.
Would you to mute? Okay.
Sorry, that me was mute. Yeah. Now, as kaka say me was ho na say ebi okobi am sure after na make me car into my safe trip now. Me akuma. The only thing say more fun and the anointed man.
Okay. Yeah. And the Bible crack on WhatsApp. Yeah. Say and found sanka only crying usra yedin man. Joe. If you are suffering in Dark 4 Stars Radio TV Atlanta Georgia USA say who page media be dear and there abefo infidie ne man kwantene se wo pe bibia ya bomodiana fa enkrato na fabre na yenhwe yendigumedie no emfa ma kama se ye efidie iso se ye wo bia wo bonyum wo bia wo dichiame obi se wo twemfodi bibia entino wo Atlanta hayi bebia bomodiana wo different states kra wo to safra iba be hwe bibia dem ko 4 Stars Radio TV.com yeah obinya all some informations ni na wo let just say ba hwe bibia edi ama ntino frewunia na would like here na wa share send sika no pepe medical kai no yeah because of a year o man penny police penia wasesa no na afiso ye hwe o man akohumabo sika ho asema atofo sende ba ya afiso NPP fuso mudi ababetato ntino ye be pese we mu kakra e free sa amria kopem memfanse don hwere baako na je say ye nyina no yehu nia omani eko omani kankro na ye nyina ye pe ntino bomodia wo like here na wa ashe senia ye yeno pepe enti dadike mesama obibia akwa bebiom na ye toa ejumedi no so Ghana ye nyina ye de enyo ba kofo de that is one thing we had to no say ekoyi ma yenyina ankoyi so a ye wo abrochiri na me fa say ye bre dodo pa ame obi abre ba ye wo abrochiri bre me no ka say ma me ma afiansa wapon edwuma woko fie eji asafa ka so na mkwa so be bi wo fa ya so ye ne bibi nti no ye pese o man yiyi o man yiyi ya pawo o man pani a ye nyina ye mfa yakoma pa entanichi na wonye dwuma pa na wonfa ensomo ye enti minko wo fa ya bi suma me o man pani asesa ye police sahene o sadom na wuhunu sen sa ensakrai be wuhunu sen dampare openijo dampare na wonye dwuma na dwuma enso ni anase de na akoti ahomemu ama yenya hu yehu fakwa kra yemfa boto yemfa ncha no eba ne sen replacement no wuhunu sen eye anase o mampeni bia ba wo say wasisa IGP and as a police stadium until over me into you.
Okay, thank you very much. Daddy, now metia the co-panelist Maria Markova and I metia ya team na just ya panel the movie I tell chair to us the President Mahama and Professor Dinana Pukwaduma ja o mababe so my ja womo research Ghana atichire Ghana pupua mai ababi ane ye nam no de turu na Ghana atitia pansan bibia jinsem yema everything was in disarray say the center cannot hold, things were just falling apart iti nyame adaruma o mabe so mo a womo resetting your campaign yes ye be resetting Ghana na wo share your first year the buy no kra budget no kra otimi champa emu hwampa ye the resetting Ghana ampa ibi ekoso and then na otu dedicate wonitua Ghana for youth na ni agite bebre wudu Ghana asundua ama babia the D because the nation builder the visionary leader and nation builder John Mahama aba power and I need someone who can so babe ye ni na no wa here within the first 3 days 3 months dedicate who them maybe me catch who say what do we expect the catch was the first 3 months no is going to be in someone who can ni na betting is any money na beko and one so no wa here na makatro mpo say Mahama ba no timi betting tax e-levy emission tax COVID tax ne sadie we prefu no anya hwe kura nka ho kura na Ghana fo ho ben ha o mani beji ene so hu ukọ Ghana sabi ankofo sane na sefo bebi obeka obi obe interview no bia oso mu nya ya Mahama entwa 8 years na nye 4 years na budget ba ko ne first year budget ikro de aba no ye echen akukwado 8 years budget o mo de buy kenofurata ba ahunya ahunto eyi ni nyina bebrese ni kodanda ni amanie kusukusu ni obre na ode bre Mahama first budget yi echen omu 8 years in government budget o mo de abre nkunim die nku a na wo okay that the mama pen nkunte ebeba ho and the mama ye so far so good so far so very very good that the with the IGP seminar wo kan me dem who dey say Dampare usa wohwa na dike ye nyina hu se emra ye yi Dampare se IGP na se ko obia bo se na nka obeboa ye wo be ye adwuma pa so ni Ghana mama ye ni ade o started I may say he started very well but at a point in time no me dey na me hu ni o you because that dike say who ye IGP pa na say during election that dike nipa 8 atimi awu now when the investigation ama yen who about it up to today that okay me I see no reason why it should be opposed by now kra that okay media enu kranti Dampare no media me I say yes stand because on board number bia because of that thing you know ultimate supervisor e work country no ma ye let 8 people die perish why did it happen like that won't mean investigation.
Daddy, I'm saying my job be with my friend back no up
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Mate. All right, Joe, what fire?
Daddy came, but I'm telling you what, right?
Yeah, what, until Yanko.
Aha. And you know, now, won't me, and yet be first idea when more dedicate. I am very serious because he will be there under the Fourth Republic. See a before election, election a year for year. Now, youth, people will just perish like that. Yeah. And there are other instances here. See, under his watch as the IGP. He is not able to do anything about it. And you know, yet in the first place. So, such a person, you know, me change, you know, there, and yeah, he needs to go. And Kamikranami, I was expecting him to resign and son a baby work. But he couldn't do it. He thought that he was going to continue. Or continue, Manu continue. Some of us will not agree. Me like this, I will never agree. Because one to me, now money per 18 during the election, no matter continue na Juma. I see a unit to Jenny for Obi or born number. Obetina making sure that he put things in the human beings are not animals. There's hardly any cool Nipa was I electing to them one. Sometimes when I look at it, that became a reflective. Now me may go back and see that in a year name yakeke. Me kai guy back 20 guy be a yawa guy. Young guy a waware ya kunu fresh. O ware on the European young way. Ya kunu kwa. I'm a guy, the guy is dead and gone. About 35 years guy. Can you imagine all this thing? What is going on? So the security was loose under a Dampare. Nothing was going on. But now the Dino, your bony D, I see if something good is going on under the security agency. But nothing was actually going on. And especially with on that 2020 election. The IGP knew Juma year. How can people die like that, like animals? So it is animal way now. The citizens are looking at it. It is a make sure the Mahama Manu continue meeting coming here. I will ask him to go away. He should have even resigned before you be laid off. But no Peter or Betwato. Intermediate, no letting him step aside and let somebody come in here. It's needed. And actually we are resetting. So Ushe Akukwado Abaina or Oja or Mahama Betiki. Everything needs to be reset. Institutions need to be reset. We have to kick away all these remnants. They are remnants. They have to go away so that we have fresh people to come and start everything for us. Because Ghana has been, don't forget, Akukwado, the Ghana for 20 years. That need about 20 years for a reset. And so you better get into Babia 2015, Babiana, Mahama Jaya, and Sana, or Mubabe Tekubano. Say, at to force any kind of budget in the Samuninamuti. Also, we need about 12 years, and just 12 years old. We need over 20 years to pay Akukwado's debt or the other two amount. The same thing that institutions we are corrupting institutions not saying if you are easy to their time will come. These people, easy people, they should resign before they even ask them to go away. Because all these people, sometimes when you look at what they have done for the past 8 years, Jamaica shouldn't be at the issue right and go away before it be at the time. But
all right, Joe.
I am saying that what we have seen. I'm not saying that's the case. But what I'm saying is what we have seen, we wouldn't like them to be there. Me like this, I wouldn't like any of them to be there.
All right. Joe.
Hello?
Yeah, Mate.
Until me tell me ask one.
I will tell me answer. Yeah, tell me answer.
I can how many 1 minute, right?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay, yo, me wrap it up. It's the case. Looking at the changing of the IGP media, it is needed. And we are Ghana for very serious indeed. We need it. We need to reset. Every institution needs a reset under this government because Akukwado are corrupted by beer, after by beer, and Amagana and Koto. The beer, yes, beer, near the Nema 2 years, that Ghana is a fan into myself, a papra. Now, if you don't change those people, in position put down by Akukwado and you are still working with that. One, they are going to sabotage you, or may sabotage Mahama. And I know Kranto Sonoma and your year. And in yes, change of government, Dampare or in a Jumaya, bet Mama not now. One born body. Until there needs to be a change for somebody to come and so that we see that the Panabaya is human. ama minor cost na Ghana peaceful yaba atumdie wo police no
okay
security
Joe what fire
thank you
okay Joe what fire ene yete ninkano NDC ye communicator wo New York and yete ninkano thanks to technology ne abefun fidie intene fakwa wo bia se na wosu wutie me wo comment bia na wodi ato ne yakan pepepe minko echia esafo aka Joseph aka yasisa IGP wo ni saying why you chira wo saying dia adentia wo fi say adentia
yeah ko me pa cho utimenka
mitim ka yie pa yeah
okay de di kan me da wase na mam ya ma esan se okọ adumam bibia ya wa jan bibia o bia na onilan so bisiro me ma message fama ne se katrema ne esenkraduru bia ya na omunya conflict kakra ena ye baso a me can we obia obekọ radio so you're very careful because radio na ye kasa no and you're very very influential so one thing na wunya kasa no one fight juna to one obekọ ba bia ni wo se woko enti mesere ma me ama mimpra minni no no so ni in person enti ye baso na do self politics na we are under a very serious influence where I don't know where it normally comes from.
One can say me new in person.
Okay. Me new in person. Okay. The other kind of make sure mama akwaba. My father me start to achieve what she me boom say akwaba 1 2 and I love you as a sister. The politics the millennial kwa na eko. Ofa ya me ma akwaba me manuan ma wo mutie nyina so kita. The other kind of Ghana yem penny for Ghana woma aku school no most of them and lack it adiebi and sadian common sense the be am kan wo fidie so common sense different from additional knowledge so we share your politics in Africa even to the birthplace of democracy in Ukraine, that thing is in existence. Political leaders, because of they know they are corrupt acting, they don't trust one another. And I will tell you point blank. The previous government, look at what they did and look at the former president, the Western president, the name is Wabaya was Sako and Dinka Oba with a different style. But it tells me what he's doing, sir. He has come with the same knowledge. And that tells me, sir, that man is not coming to do anything different. The colloquial mentality in politics. Anything that I'm saying, I'm attacking. If I'm praising on political terms. I don't know anybody's private life. And and on political basis, and the current government now, I don't think they are coming to do anything better. To me, and I will also talk to Papa Noah IGP now. Since he was caught in a big disgrace, if he had used common sense and with the knowledge that he acquired now, and that this thing would not happen. Why am I saying this? Because of that, and I will always see this until I cancel the idea. This is a baby big Ghana tsunami who said, the qualityness of their brains in a Yajumas. Because everything that I say, I say it on a theoretical aspect when it comes to politics in Ghana. So Obama and IGP now and come on penny and one who no one resign and now say Papa now what can't tell them a judge. But because they are using knowledge, when you use knowledge, when you say IGP and Papa Mouth, but when you attack with common sense, that man should have resigned or quit immediately. Say government so because once the previous government will now shift to new government, more doubting Thomases because of their own political acts, dubious means. But IGP, the Okoye no, you say baby no just to attract people that he is an IGP. This now we should have found some make it and the papa was will use so common sense in attachment and so when I heard say so uncommon, I wasn't surprised because the man acted wrongly. Wama the moment overpower the common sense. And nothing na sisi and Guatia canon. Now, over no more. If he about on one jai call ya and kaya papa because on my penny no other chances to see ano. Ubi and imagine to me, the minister, papa no about just to so obey me and follow about what me forever because when so call one maybe. Into your no super study power, which you use for only political expediency. And you know, I get you know when you shoot, and I want to tune an among and I can't do it because Ghana politics and I have to say robbery. Even robbery crowded will be a craphobi, actually, to say near for. But Ghana politics there will be a new be because you're 24 years crop for. I'm bold to say it. You're paying for cheaters. You're paying for your pessimist selfishness. You're paying for Ghana, a colossus a team for. I would never single anyone out because Omaba Abesi said, I'm a woman busher for. Now say, I'm more pay yet, saying, I'm a woman. Be what but maybe it might land them somewhere. Only God knows. Because we share Ghana, a good year. We share Ghana. Name it America. I've stayed in America for over almost 27 years. And so, my fat ginger. Now, my fat healthy. Why are we not adding common sense to tap this? Na yedi be papa ai ewurade ya na me yawo enu na baby am nam no ba bre papa ba me shima gina kamadene because of IGP ade IGP that am den oye no wagu ayi sa professional crime because e say on Ghana politics. Do you think the current president will entertain you as as IGP? Aye Monsieur Krama Ghana politicians. And what I will say is, I will use this word in politics. No, be a private life. I don't know anybody's private life. With inverted commas, begin and close. Politically, IGP, I have wrong mistake. Shame onto on any profession. Because we're taking good initiatives. And I never thought, the doctorate degree in a crown, somebody like that would do what he has done. And it's a big shame. And I think wherever he goes again, he will take steps with the knowledge and back it with wisdom. Now, on this note, I am also thinking that the government, in its form, they are heading to failure than being successful. Because what authority IGP and come who say be a papa no or quiet no reconciliation at taking place. The side step where we're moving to papa no he hasn't changed. And the master will be here, I mean, or when the supporters was papa say me media were IGP from the selfish interest. Now all media personalities like me. Honestly, I'm not a media man, but I come to contribute on this. We are watching him. On any government, we are watching every step that they take. I mean, I don't care when it's his fault. When I come and I have to bombard him politically, I'm going to bombard him.
All right.
If I have to praise him politically, I'm going to praise him. So, we have put him, the current government. Because selections we are and we are preparing somebody like the current foreign minister when he steps feet or any foreign lander demonstration against him.
Okay.
Because of Nikasa be a wakasa No, my friend, I had that is our position. No. We are going to meet him wherever he comes.
Okay.
And he was an information minister. Yeah, so information minister say about gay and lesbians and that Obama when Trump can watch India and when he starts with America, I will go and meet him personally, lonely, and tackle him with this issue.
Okay.
Mate,
Joe.
Because
May I say?
To the ruling government now is the best.
Joe. May I say? And then the adjust for a car, what to nanutio, waka assemble. Na bibia na abefu mfidie ni nteno ye dia to ye besan aboniche dia ba say IGP we die ban shede hu ni dwuma die papa bia na ye koye ni mo anisa nteno all the social media handles no ye post you comment on na ye bekan men ko ma mema ya sesa IGP wu ni say ma mema
yo me da say na kan pese me ke bibia na we radio so but that the care solve ntino I can because the judge there, but was solve problem. Would they say many na become wasem? Anyway, me my aqua and a happy weekend and so. Now the woman say IGP now was son. In a way, no, sometimes change is painful, but to be enslaved in one position also no. Ayana sabi how and sometimes it's like odi boni pa ko ti ho no person okodeda ana o si ho ana wo yi na free ho nti I say o buano. The reason why I'm saying this, I'm saying it in so many ways. Now to so tama you can say you be need some other authorities na nkofo jomanum so mo court na obako siu said then you and I may say I got a cry and almost too much because you be a constitutional team. It is person was suggesting this year say way back government way back now way back now way like back and forth you have to join the constitutional team so that be be back and hope repo na yashe send be obia. Now to come to Dampare particular for instance Dampare wanya in the same say you're a very nice person. I love him as a human being, but as an IGP you have a very high post sometimes we nipa class said them when it comes to job and to come to security about a nation except who lifts up a little bit in the sense first one is JB Dankwe Yohuno a buyer in the process near so na ukita docket and the fire because you have to docket na ira a transfer uko baby your transfer only a sando buyer do buy an IGP in the process election kofu yentimin chi obi yentimin ka mama ba so yana obeka say investigation should go on na yesheni compensate omobusuafo no eya say obi unipa me kwa ko election maba na kwada no wewu na pani no wewu apart from that we pese yapam tiwa po na pese yapam no because onusu takradi girls no time no edu ye no and also Dampare wo as overseer nothing happened that you two have a year ebe we dey make kasa as a bad time tiwa be kan ebe jare num say we hu nkwada no it say we hu nkwada no and I don't know why those women have kept quiet and I don't know why there are women organizations in Ghana they haven't helped these women to fight this and also important that boy be a NPP be a or program be or say aha nye got our ha say mire finidi or what would they make no
hina no
yeah no your campaign say or MPP ni but aha got our aha ye na ye go punu woni fie no
oh this guy Mirefi, me as Mirefi, yeah, but make Kaipa, make this young guy.
And also no investigation.
Yeah, I remember that young guy.
And apart from that, it's a what different share a year back we MPR, they didn't quite Munamukodi are confirming John
Kuma.
Kuma. John Kuma, and also no investigation. Ningasi MPP for ya. Ningasi MPP for ya. Me for the election time, no. And a shaman swally, a dear shamama. At least your bakupo, Debbie Dampare, your cocoon, so you need your cocoon, more. Oh, at least you be bakupo as me, I'm a Miyama as an IGP and come my baby. My two grammatic suspect. So on the channel. And then I have a brain, Uncle, we haven't heard anything good about it. And yes, Eji yina ni yino. Yina ye Dampare. Onko sapalogona. Onko sabobo. No chikele wole. That's not chikele wole wakwa no. Onko no. That's not what we need. We need somebody saw your streets now. Yankupa don't be afa no so Yohuno no. Oye ofimi area ho. Wanya dia me kontana me papo hunu person na me naka. It's a trio said yeah I'm Rebecca na me naka. The language I want to speak to, the dialect I want to speak with them. For now, no. I think that's what it is. The next person here, friends say, inspector, no, inspector, CID, Obano, Sabana, Wapon, Hungwa, CID, no, Dampare, near election, near Yitiwa, South performing their Zomoko. They should hear my voice. They need to be fired.
Okay. Mate, Mamiama, and Yetin and Kano, ye trade media, so if you do so, YouTube, Facebook, all the social media handles, and all, yeah, Kasa, Efa, Yo Mampeni, and Sakraya, Abba, IGP, Judge, Dr. Kufu, Dampare, and Ayasan, Yene. Yohuno Christian Yohuno and Nabantino. Me chama wabesisia na yahwe. IGP fufuro yi onene hina na bakosam etisen na de asem na enipa bebre so ekafa Dampare ho.
Hello.
Akuya.
Yes.
Etisen.
Boko now so.
Na me adom Ghana boko.
Na me adom boko. Now so.
Na me adom me pegana aduane adi wo ho. Enti se wobetumi anya bode ne kontomire ne banche no de abremia enka mani beji pa obi be ba US na me adom next week.
Na ko de abrel.
You. Enti no o de kekani na bom na nipa no ba me de number be ma na wa fro why. Matter. Any bye.
Bye.
Hey, Kewo, they be a phone tarwa, so and then if I bunch in a body free Ghana, Bremedi answer.
Akuya, my figure and the Dranu, but when him say US answer the editing, so be a Ghana Dranato.
Oh, dear Chrome has a what a hackwa, ain't near cost so Hanu winning now on say, say, money me way, na chum. Yeah, the Ghana by US abroach memo Hanum say, Charlotte way tropical market. Ubenya nibi to say, and wo macro a horunina, a bankwaya, a dear good chance him when no subenya biwo, a young Maggie, Sardinia horror, bayere, bordie, potato, brodo, enyadoa, emu, gari, wele, prekese, beans, bro, and toast, milo, coco, inte momo, ne crampono, upebia, ubenya do Charlotte way.
A dinner boy and a man who baby grow. When a madam will be dean who are dancing. It's almost African way,
Anne, so I don't need the one dance yet, child, the anaya no cretro do, almost on African way, GT pin to man, I dare pen pam my shirt, come, a dear pam manta, dear, a dress, skirt, kawa, sandal, shoes, slippers, any coat, or Michelle office, any baby being in a Charlotte way tropical market, at Tonton Bill Honor. I heard near saw the battle, sissy, and other batons, and I saw the battle 9 pony Charlotte way at Tonton Bill Honor. She shall yet cheer fine. 396 West Pike Street. Number C, Lawrenceville, Georgia 30046. Fryer wa telephone number way so 678-682-3577. Charlotte Way Tropical Market, African, Caribbean and Latino market.
Your one-stop tropical shop.
Yakoji and Krato about Charlotte's Way Tropical wokwa African and Caribbean nina bibia wokwa prekese kra obenya ewo ho na yenko didwa fe na yetwa so ensemo nipa bebre kan ni say penny police sahene dada no Dampare na woye mafia echeze ensemo a bani de doso pa say ebinim si na wo mafia police officers no pa unu wa monti fe na mum uko emusi so a uko inside pa utumu se enwema nko ye pa na wo hwe abra ye pa Christian Yohuno wo hwe a police for kro wo mu chiche ska just wo mu tu sika egu ti se nia obi a wo ye party obi a ni age a just wo ye party oni fe na ye ka katasehye any proye any enyoma ekoso a nanka police for ne kutia na we die wo mu ankasa etutu sika edigu Yohuno eso na yeko we no efrihin no kwan so no na afi so no ye be ye den and sadi we nkonkosi biom because na eye ni wo pa edikan no wafa ya se wutie mi a edikan no eni pebre se yehu Dampare ewo kromu sa but uko police ejumedue no mu a ejuma nankase mu a je se ndemo wo ye se na nesu ana afiso no sika tutu na omotugu Yohuno eno so entweye na afei no new IGP no ye hena ne ndwuma etisei memfemfiti wo so wafa ya ntie. Hello, Wafayao. Okay, say Wafayao.
Okay.
Yes. What as in Bisano? Say bre na cry wumi enipa ye dwuma mienu miensa na nine nti no obrani sa nti yenye ntemmom na yemfri efidie mu anko. Ofa wotie me de wotie me nka de. Me see enipa bebre see na Dampare na wo mafia police for na pa we enyame na meka wo fie social media wo ho bebre nti wo buy wo social media enyame na meka na afeso no sania ye pau Yohuno Christian Yohuno a na nipa bebre atutu sika gunu so no a nipa bebre so e pa chese entwe yi kra enye chese nesu na afeso no Yohuno no ono ne hina IGP a wapeso ono ne hina ene de pa no betumi aye esan say 8 years ni yan shedan ti atinkaboni bia wo omen mu ankasa so mu ena sisi a ensakra yaba yekoye ni mu no de ene wo say yehwe ni mu no nti wo be kire Yohuno sisi a se no sitie ena afeso no yekoye ni mu no de nhyehyeye ena ofise wo de beto ha ebe ma oma na emu atadin no ebe to aso sa timiti over.
Okay, thank you very much. That's okay. Media so because omuka said Dampare na or one whom body and say me start here me home dey make or start as on a good note by do baby no na security as a security very and na ade ba ko a happen under him obi ani anje ho that election now I nipa 8 Dampare and ya ho hwe. I don't think that people are happy with him. Yeah, I'm not happy with him. And I don't think that a lot of people will side with me like that. Because how can you be a whole IGP? You were not even on security forces now. Yes, he has not been able to bring anybody out, which is not good. I mean, a whole Dampare under his watch. No, and we all know that the president was involved in that thing. President, now not just Dampare side with Akufo-Addo for them to kill Ghanaians like that. So what they say. Okay, he started very well, but
I mean to kill. What fire to kill Ghanaians said in Tia or Penny Dada ena wa she Dampare say yenkunkum Ghana for sana opachire.
What I'm saying is that is it not when you election now you collect no and you kunkum ni pass or they cannot look up or so that they can get the correct statistics, you know. They should infiltrate it with ballot papers near the and you're not killing the buy.
Now, meba, what I would say about sometimes in a way a fidie so wonam ho wakoto waba na we na wokwa obi bebu tu. What was the circumstances? What was the circumstances? I mean, you know as I know. What actually happened?
Dedicate. Who can say I mean no nya de nya so ukoto waba na omo ayeku omo no dedicate one and ekita tu.
But the point in is say who ye den ansa yeku. Oh, police for no ejina ho. Oh, say we just have to be very careful.
One who see nana what say no to take myself one with their fault. And for yaku dedicate. Ya ba be kind mano. And for like younger 16 years yeah they know dedicate almost a weapon be no kita. Obi 14 years ya kunu dedicate weapon be no.
Na what ye den dia dey no ye na me pese me hu say why ye kwa kan
dedicate yeah kind mano yeah shoot ya for among for free so that they can infiltrate it almost best staff ballot box you know I change them so that they figure be amobi take my staff na sa dey any see no and this is needing the win here the NPP. Is that not what happened in paper?
I mean, come on,
station. What you say? And this is what we want. That is you are pretending that if you name near for.
No, I know, but the point in is you see, you don't exaggerate. Exaggerations.
Dedicate. At the end of the year, one with Akufo-Addo kata. Did Akufo-Addo kata fast? No. So silence means consent. Silence means consent. So that they will be able to maintain power. Silence means consent. Well, why not? My country was asking me on several times. Under the Fourth Republic, I mean, Rollins 1 and 2. Rollins has supervised election 2 times. Obien before supervised election 2 times. And once na kura butterfly kura before chairman young butterfly krampo Atamos came the same thing, Mahama came the same thing, under Akufo-Addo nipa 8. Why? Say because he wants to maintain, he has to get his second term at all costs. The people say they don't like you, they have rejected you. You said no. Mean they 6 seats and NPP NDC seats 6 seats. Take him and staff. That's good totally. Takwan Swahim, your friend said, if you are for next idea, 6 seats in India and NDCC. And you want to move for body, you know, a BYN can be near, declare, I'm a MPP. Is that not what happened? Okay, let's call it spade and spade. Men yet to say, you didn't know what happened when the 8 people died. 8 people know Muku, why not know Kita, a giant, and I say, a knife at the core center.
Okay, Joe. Simami, Simami, yeah.
Medium no see. Tanyama went now for 2 under him. So that there was something. Dampare and Kamuchi. You know, he was working for his master. And so, on the corner there, so if you don't need him there, he has to go for a new person to come. This man, Awabano, he has a very good record in that kind of criminal and security near them. Because I say, Alabanyo ho niema bi sie nkofo bi no mu di atutu asem ekunku nipa ne ade ono otimile ambumaye kwachi omo sankofo ni nyina. He's an expert in it.
Okay.
And he can help Trahoma infiltrate the police with invisible forces.
Okay.
Aku Dampare to one near the invisible forces are a good military police one who police ni namwa MPP police enamo.
Okay.
On Tibrofo on Tifio catching go we kwa. This man will not allow it to happen.
Okay, no, Mate.
The professionals are being trained. Police for no, they are training on police for NPP police. Yeah,
okay.
They are invisible forces for near the Atadia job. No one police, so many police, NPP police.
Okay.
And almost kuni party them wakwa. it will never happen under this man.
Okay, Joe, Mate.
Or resetting Ghana. And you make sure say you.
Hello. Do you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
Speaking, so.
And you just now.
And you know my tamato.
Oh my goodness, I just can't believe that. Ebusia for 4 stars radio TV Atlanta, Georgia, USA. Daddy Kose Meniaji, say me, you didn't come outside and they just say Meniaji, offer idea my offer say Wakope. Now, was someone say, where you teaching is about mention as Sekaka, or where you teaching it was someone say, Wakasa, Rebecca, just say, Adiachi answer. Now, you bisa as in bisa any say, Sisi on Dampare, yes, or my fear police for Nakaka. So, and to a coin and DJ Kakra Abba, until your boy, Yohuno Dino, a month when ya chili baby, yet to Skakra. Now, a track when you bisa say, a Yanukwanswa no and I say, dear Soronko, and you only war baby ye atwa. Nya Dampare no so ye hwe mfie wo twe mu ya nhyɛ da nya atenkabɔ ne bia wo man mu sɛ bia etutuo sem bi efiri akɔha apart from any marketing kiti bia esi ye no nti no ɛno asɛm na ye kan sisi a menkɔ ekyia ɛsɛfaka papa
yeah kwama what menka
yeah edim
yeah, so say me call any fast be on my IGP because me just me contribute to that. Hey, you kind of. But me make this point clear to everybody. Ghana politics of I know or Kasano or Kasa or Mutudi Elipa Moja Eg to me. He said it. Me need evidence be say yet you come nipa e moja eye bibi sa but of an kai and based on the kind na me there be a mainly emphasis on so nipa mo ja sunsun wo mu na sa political party a any sesi a wo Ghana no e was the best place no eye blood sa party wo Ghana sesi a no wo mo ti sa party no and the party no e demojam tell them. And he said, will be a political party, a Barcelona Nipa Entewa. You created that atmosphere. Because for political party, answer a year form no, or Mampenina no was sort of Nipa. Most important as I before. What are you talking about? And to Ghana, no politics, you know, and don't you know, no, Omonimo Guase. Because what you come fake ways, and I'm Ubiaka to say Africa Buddhism and Yajuma me atawaka obwa. But the only thing is it has got limits. Ubeki nipa moja apart from onyame tumi, ubeki nipa moja ya dia mana ye but it will end. It has a time frame on it. And many a Ghana for nyina obi anim. So what can you say Ghana for and the moja ya aduma obwa ayam da hodada. Into the year of a walk say you stand in full because meaning say NPP me that be a macro some organ be to bar because of Dr. Baumia level of intelligence but I'm not MPP and I will never be MPP. And the person catch on there and if you come in elections, you know, you have done it and you keep on doing it and the only me tell who are in future at the end of your lives, you people are going to pay prices. But me for news you. Sure, I have done my investigations. Just what this topic whether and me feel we were gonna be saying say. It's driver for you did no bribe no at the saying. And was oh, now he said there are no joy. And this is telling me, sir, why the police are jubilating over the new elected police officer no, it's telling me a whole volume of issues. Either the man is corrupt because there's always the new elected and appointed IGP. Yes, always now Ghana influence most about 60% of Ghanaians are more civil service are through dubious means. And in me, Papa we are watching him. And one time I'm watching say police question you be the bribe one. I'm driving on a 70 miles per hour speed limit. There is no policeman standing anywhere. But we call up to 84 miles per hour. Because a CD 50 miles per hour or fine, you can't pay it. Even you better do driver's license for 3 consecutive months. Police in India, but because of the loss a year humanity, I try not to go more than 85 miles per hour. To say I'm no my pull over and I'm no worker. The general police, instant ben woman, disciplinary action ben woman. Me say, we say, Nancy, ya job bravo did and this is just one. The doctor now walk on. It's just police department would just cross so I did bravo now. What me, Sakatel no do member form. And the one by now, yeah, jubilate at Chicago is telling me that the police officers are going to start their dubious means by cheating on drivers. And we are going to watch the new IGP on this. So almost when I come on this line and I have somebody who is taking note of all this, I will come and hit him. I'm telling you, because the current president, for maybe a course, and we are going to watch them vividly. And say, Bibi Akoka Papa, I get it. And to one say, police officers, say, hey, we have to revisit this constitution. And then I did me path over Mampani down. Papa no me see Kumi Preko, I was part of it. Yako Chukoko, my sister, I'm not a student. This is a very 50 series note. Yeah, Jesus, he kept on and president, but can't say, the constitution, but Papa went to me and then we have to revisit this constitution. And when we start to revisit the constitution, even the IGP shouldn't be elected or should not be appointed by the president. We have to elect the police officers should elect their own bosses, not from the government, the president. It's colloquial and bogus to me. Because police, IGP, under the influence of the president. Now, if you understand me criticizing the president, and to me, who is going to defend me? So if you understand me criticizing the president, and to me, corrupt, or say corrupt, and whatever, under a president's influence, and a government's influence. And what I'm trying to say is that, we have to be vigilant. And where I will praise the government that will exit here, we are going to have very soon Martin Luther King in Ghana.
Okay.
We are going to have people who are going to be outspoken sensibly, knowledge and wisdom.
Okay.
For the next 10 years, people say the system of governance, the youth are going to put pressure on the system, and the system itself will change itself.
Okay, sure.
Because the engineer and yes, the Omano Kono, we have to fight for generations yet to be born. Hey, Galam say, and Kolana Yaba woman, hey, Yadia woman, and Kodana Babano, woman with knowledge, Ebabano, and if you can Atla, let's stop this stupidity. I'm sorry to use this. We have to caution our government to stop that stupidity. It's too much. So the IGP, we are questioning him.
Okay.
If he needs to say, or the police, and military, we have to reserve and preserve the land, the rest of the land for generations yet to be born. Now, corrupt officers' appointment. That's it.
It's for a car. Say, we have to fight for the next generation. Just for Kasam and what the other Intimiko Mamma, so a new IGP, and then Sacraye and what they eba who is saying, Mammy, Yentio, so dear, Yentio, Mammy.
Yo, that is only they were adopted child police, Now, Tama, I Dampare, a fan who's open a media, they started complaining about him. So me panu wo phone so better. Say Dampare nipa, the penasem, the looks, everything. I said me also sapa. I say amama penasem more. But Yet your mayo, then cast a crew. I said, well, sir, it's a different ball game. So, what kind of reserve now? You should be able to appoint people who are very strong. I'm ready with him. So, CID, a very strong. And now, front guys, very strong. So, now, say, drop what? You have a inauguration. You put everything in place, but the way you are said, now it's a nika, now it's a power. I don't tell you years more. It doesn't tell well of you. It doesn't. That means that you might yet because you have to delegate. You have to delegate the job to the people. Police enforcement what kind of when you beyond the job and guide the say and of course nika the way better na day. They also IGP papa na 1 year there. It's a to be honest, Mr. Yohuno na wabano minimum. I think I saw in a glance the CV, and I think he was holding some good qualifications in law and so many things. So no, and if I saw over Jubana, I think Saminina, Sikana a victory. Every of them, they know the job that he has done. It doesn't mean bribery or anything. Ghana police, yes, some Yohuno, yes, some way, yes, some way. Ghana bribe police bribe. We are the objection. They have to structure the whole thing properly. If I say, good salaries, good places to live at, and all that. It's little by little, and I know that as time goes on, the basic new parasamamo, to see a dano, be I getting they're cooking, more 5. The stove is here, the fridge is here, and then I mean the bribe. Oh, sometimes, you have to put yourself in their shoes. But it's not easy. In the night, you see them, no more secure. I think they should be held in high esteem. And then you move through Africa, they are it's not about the president or anything. And after maybe I make a radio to say, the German good government and also I keep on repeating this thing. Sir, we are insisting that free education. We are insisting that police should live in the barracks for free for 18 years. Soldiers should live in the barracks for free 18 years. The mom uniform. The mom say, the pressure on the government is too much. America had the police, they live with us in the houses. They go on training. But maybe a police training war Georgia. Unless you go far, the police depot far away. When you qualify, you come in town, you buy your own house, you rent your own apartment. 18 near amount incentives. So those things 18 and when I say here, you're correct. Sanya Mano. Oh, the Mitchell, I've been American, say that the case, go for the Bahana, you say no Casano, one mommy first hand information, and Onunqua, what for the Bia, Atono. Now, we part me say, Seminiano, never Johnny be obedient, Jamaican. She said, I'm very vigilant, but that's so far. It's true.
Right, see, Mammy, I say, why you're vigilant.
Yes. What I'm saying is that the program now you want Ghana, and also the police are not paid well. It will be a better the mama bada police in Jibraba or to say Yohuno Bana or be a Jibraba or to be me a police near Magic, me immigration Magic, me a soldier Magic, because their pay rates are very low. And now the pressure on the government is too much. America pressure and no Mususa. The police they are doing their own thing. Soldier don't know any idea. Where you need here? Where hospital you need here? Where you need here? Oh, as you saw us here, Omani here, better than Omani here, better than the Indica. Oh, the Michel. And for now, no, really, answer to obey over Bano, offer Vim, offer Yansa wisdom, offer a protect here. Now, also non reshuffle police a Yidimoso. Sure, me, my barrister, Obia or the police issue the Bedia Grono. Post even among themselves, they can't set Dampare, Sure, a do true, a draw, a Sapniama Baby. Obasa na pana kupo eja ewo fie ni na obi abaye oto no the sequence even in the police barracks soldier barracks obi a wata barracks bi abisa no they who say ayo sergeant before be ya mo paralyze it. So for them to get to that rank no they bought my passion and I'm about Dampare so abaso so far no the Pokumbian there's peace but Ghana for peacemakers, so we always beg for peace but incidents now happen no. And like I said, he has overlooked it too much. One year, Sentinel, or no passes also the humidity. The humidity up to now, yes, yeah, when a year, yes, even will be a house, will be not a private person, now who can't investigation, now who could do office. Who could do office at the next thing now you are flying out of the country. Now they can't even call you to the police bureau to investigate you. And here is argument. So you can't sure. Because NPP for the or more opposition and no more to set tigers, no more attacking. And so more here, first say, Nanado Fishi, Mama Fish Super can say, why hospital? Why say, Nanado Fishi, and yet who she I can say, why you
Yo, meda say mamia ma nia wono wonimu no ene nia obisuso ati eno no enti
omani ye
yes se medical ye na ye de enyo ba kofo dia enti ebusiafo yegusu mamia ma de o si won sheda anti Yohuno hu asem bia na so o se ye nyina no ye tanichi na ye hwese obetumi aye adia nia owoso no entumi anye nina de ina yepe eni atemtrene so say betrentene o ma no na afei basabasa yobia entumi emba omene mu na ma yebusia sante no obia ho ankokere no na amba be for ye nti dadike mitwa me wabasi
the whole building is the parliament where the city of Robbie, so he's not.
We will abolish the 10% withholding tax on winning from lottery, otherwise known as the betting tax. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 10% withholding tax on betting. We will abolish the electronic transfer levy, e-levy of 1%. We will abolish the emission levy, otherwise as in Wusie tax. We will abolish the VAT on motor vehicle insurance policy. Mr. Speaker, we will abolish the 1.5% withholding tax on unprocessed gold by small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable income. Right, Honorable Speaker, the removal of these taxes will ease the burden on households and improve their disposable incomes. In addition, it will support business growth and improve tax compliance.
Where you akomabo sika Omano be a sika so a force and what they call parliament can say budget. I feel in our budget of the COVID war Mrashebe Jumwa and I walk on some abolish so many taxes. Now we and MPP for so womo ekokoshia ye no mu say now bibi entwe yie enti yentie MPP for so dey omode buy.
In terms of transport fares, in terms of petroleum product prices, in terms of energy bills. But even when we come to taxes, the minister announced that they are abolishing VAT on motor insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, we were already not collecting VAT on motor insurance. VAT on motor insurance was exempted. Rather, the minister was trying to be smart. They have reintroduced VAT on non-life insurance, with the exception of the motor vehicle insurance. So all other insurance, given that the penetration of the insurance industry is just 1.1%, we are so shocked that the minister will reintroduce VAT on non-life insurance, except motor vehicle insurance. So let us not rejoice over the removal of these taxes, which we expected. What we did not expect was the reintroduction of VAT on insurance. They've also increased the growth and sustainability levy from 1% to 3% for the mining sector and extended the sunset period from 2025 to 2028. When you heard the minister talking about growth, he said that the growth was influenced by the extractives.
That's a lie.
And so, how can you tax a sector which is giving you growth? The sector that is giving you growth is the sector you want to go and tax. This is not good for industry. This is not good for economic growth. And this is not good for the development of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Telling the people the things that they have not collected, and they just say you have deceived the people of Ghana. We a year MPP before press conference on we year towards the 5 taxes a year aban was scrapo into what say we want to say make of fire what fire into who budget in saying ya scrapo 5 and a MPP for the omodi abase and you may be womu kan ukurasi makana menwie ye kan ya ye na so aban ba be tu enfutregu eni penny say ye ni na efri o abreko a ade no kra na wo mfiti ase kra na chizo akase o mkwa akojiji intino offer what is your reaction towards this?
Oh, thank you very much, Daddy K. With the budget now,
budget, yeah.
My family says so far very good, so far so very good. Budget, yeah,
any that's all, me boy. Budget, you won't say any that's all, Hannah.
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
Okay.
We I need that so and cost war, Ahunya, Sika. Among for the fetch budget in the parliament. And there's a bit better, baby. Yes, budget in the Then you can said Ghana, Ghana, said, baby, I did that. So, yeah, Miss any video be dedicated. Okay, Miss any video. Now, we just send them boys many about the 11 your friend say betting tax na year to na 11 na interview to almost a mama. So I dedicate my cultural say before your first 100 days, these are things are going to happen. Dedicate okay, I say my cultural say.
Right, yeah.
So your say your first 100 days, what do you expect?
Right.
I told you all this. My cultural says this is what is going to happen. And na say mama tiniye we kwa no anya fianka Ghana for be there's a why year and no more car Ghana both on the street and interview any citizen on the street, they will tell you say mama yenina. Why you behavior because I'm no move, but that no move. That taxes, yet me can't say, who promote for your implementing your president 11 near the it may fly will be from America on a private jet to Ghana just to implement E11, just to implement COVID tax. And look at this betting tax that the human work. Uba what the good human you to know betting kakana almost no munya kakradi eto ma aduane kakradi so a usa the 10% account. What bobusia 660 something billion yehu de odi aye. One chetikani nyina di 3 oil fields Mahama the 1 oil field pill and the develop Ghana. Opi abamu no ade sanko pate in 3 every month we have 200,000 barrels of oil. Among community years under Kukwado. Busumi bia every day they are no harvest 200,000 barrels of oil a day. Under Mahama 1 oil field no, we hardly get 100,000. But let me run it to the nearest 100,000. Now we have 200,000. You have to borrow anything. 30 way in what's our borrow size Wama? We need 30 years to repay. Meaning that you want to have betting tax and the above. Says small what running the economy down. Brave. So betting tax now betting and now the economy. That's the case. Can you believe this? It's the budget now had to go any day. Hey, Ahunto, Ahunya, Ghana for problem, you know, Ghana for BFP, so be on the catch on say, first year budget in Pony, and your Mahama, the second budget, the NPP, they are good forever. NPP will never dedicate some attack to them. I can't tell them, they will be in opposition for 30 years, and this is just the beginning. Mahama, the name seminar to hope. This is why I was telling you, the Mahama bit near and I mean, you bit near just first year budget or the other, you provided for share betting tax is gone. That is E-levy is gone. Emission tax is gone. Ghana passport has now been reduced from 500 to 350. Passport office working 24/7. No fee for 100 students. The first year level 100. That is you are provided level 100. Which now our budget. 13.44 million for Tamale power project. Chiefs are now free from they will be respected. 10% salary increment. That is it. Business are back on track now. National Women Bank allowance for assemblymen. That is it. ORA has saved us millions of dedicated. He has been $22 billion from only 36 cases from the ORA rule. Yeko IMF for this dedicated 3 billion. 3 billion. Yeah, but 22 billion in with just 36 cases from the ORA. A case is in Canada and China. Now that the case yet Mahama G 22 billion. You better IMF. Ghana is gone forever. Kenya Guaku don't need for bottom. Akron Pongwa. And then you can operata is wanted. If you are worried, okay, let me 16 let me see 16. Street lights are back in Accra. Prudence and common sense in governance management is back. Common sense in governance is back. Investment in are back. Investors are back in the country again. Freedom of speech is also back in the country. Ghana is alive again. So they are saying, if that's the case, these are some of the things that our budget, any budget maybe have to. And the budget na edi akoto one there. Akufo-Addo 8 years. Mahama the first budget just 1 year. Uka Akufo-Addo the 8 years budget now. It doesn't come nowhere near Mahama's first 1 year budget. A super CD, a rubbish in can Ukurata Soria, one share white, Wakujina, Wakuku back, Kakaka, a Hunto back. Some of mobile 2017 budget, say a Hunto back, a Hunto budget. Nkunumidie budget 2018, Ghana Bay in 2019, Ghana who nyina beto airport in 2020, 2021 year old, you'll be able to deprecate. That is say then nearby. Are you heard then or the bread?
Okay.
So I've been breathing for Dana near Mania and Odia
Mati.
That is okay.
Mati, see mami. See mami.
Me tell me Yakwana.
We tell Asukra.
Oh, me manu, you know. Dedicate. Budget ya the about one. They say a budget beer. Ghana need beer can attest every wall, every corner have been touched. ya present BBI the Bible solve problem. The Ghana was here did peche because Betty Omo Muchabet dedication cause street into boys and answer met any video be or master because betting tax no 11 year for market women any day because who's any dedicate who's any sika queen come over near that almost did no crown and we can do Ghana for who bet
okay
11
sure
betting tax for baller tax for emission levy for Ghana a better dead to tell you. This is the change that Ghanaians voted for. And indeed, Mahama is resetting Ghana.
Okay.
Let's give him the this thing and then
the benefit. Okay.
Coming year.
All right, Joe. What for ya work on Ogusu kase enipa no bedi di say peche na on the peche no eduane no antino wo hwe wo for ya so a wonye eduane a enye fedi agrokra. The government has scrapped 5 taxes: E-level, bedding tax, emission tax, and then VAT on motorbikes. Yeah, you need an so NPP say, hey, and this out, and yes, Sakra, and you want some, and I can accommodate bo, and who enter to ye, and I can want some CC, and to me call it share. It's a car, Papa. Meeting okay, Yipa, yet your taxes in the end for brand 5 in E-level, bedding, emissions, and that.
Let me say this.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go. Trust me.
Yeah, me try to pull over, but so what you mean, Mama? Statistically, the previous government, government was did better than all the subsequent governments under this political party. And I'll keep on saying it. Statistically, when you go to the data, I'm not talking because of our data, I also know the data. And if you evaluate it, the previous government did better than any subsequent government from the current government. And it's a fact. Now, let me tell you this. The current government budget, I'm not going to comment on it. And this is the reason. Whatever the man presented, even the man who presented budget, if you look at the social outlook, the man had no confidence of himself. That's my observation. Because the way he was talking, his approach and whatever, but what I'm going to say is this. I am holding on for 90 days because whatever he presented was theory. It was a theoretical aspect of what they think they can do. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. You study budget for 3 months, and then I will come and talk about it. So I'm not going to comment too much on it. From my viewpoint, I will hold on to see how the economic budget how it's going to be effective in Ghana. But let me say this. I like your program. Entina, maybe will be on me transfer my basso. Message say, but it will not be difficult. Get the current opposition member on your platform because they can at times express what is going on in their government. Because women representation, the people at times they tag me there. I speak for the NPP. Which no, I'm not a political party. I don't have any card. And let me say this emphatically. Nana Pabara Okoya Ansana, current President Abano, they did very, very well. But they be a cultural say. Study when a mommy practical aspect say knowledge. Hey, let's be careful. Knowledge have a loophole. I'm telling you. Because so what here kasa, even current opposition back kasa. Now we share more actions, and when it comes to how to express themselves, it's a big issue. It's very sad.
Okay.
I will put some papa.
Until the make me a country was say and say, Yanum shows and chair or pay. Now, you share how the policies of Mudiabano statistically will prove itself. Because the woman can away, and a tax is a dormant, and I think you know what a dormant tax is. I can't go over prison, baby. You don't do it, and there are a lot in that budget amount may represent here. If they have the men, they have tapped the good men. They've tapped people who can deliver. I'll close my hands, I'll fold my hands, and then sit down and see the practical aspect of the current budget. And when I come out, let me hear the practical concept. Then I will come. If I have to praise, I will praise. If I have to bombard, I will bombard and bombard well. Because the previous government in Yohuno, the current government members, and even the current president, Nano Mekasro didn't travel outside Ghana. He was in Ghana. He knew everything. On his campaign, he spoke plenty. But what I've seen is everything committee. And let me end with this. The evil that men do lives after them. Thank you.
It's a call. The evil that men do lives after them. The current government has scrapped 5 taxes off: e-levy, bedding tax, emission tax, VAT on motorcycles and motorbikes. Nina, free, and then NPP rebuttal. So Abba says some of them is not right, and once I'm there, can Timmy come now on you, mamma.
Hello.
Taxes, ye taxes nina every so a bit to me, abua ma omano, a sick assem no, akuye, and I say we a ye biaka. Now, obisicra diaba, obisi na COVID tax and the other social, and the uncle bibia, and no ufi say, sa budget yabe, a day, and in that so biaba, or many more, minty or mamma.
Yo, me that say, me like a crab in the middle say, your friend saying, America ha, some of your call recession no. Omobe masika, some of this say, ye motor vehicles who na there. Eche, omobe masika bi, Donald Trump ya, muka say, omodi boosting economy, which means whatever we get, they gave us, you know. It will go back into a now a boost to a they are sitting ways one media before say it's going back to the people for the people to pay it back into the system. So the system no ever revolving no. Now idea back one some can say, especially youth no more fun to say because they see a tax war, what do they call it? Betting means, you know, Omodi Juma. Who here Juma, lot to it, is in America, a be back will do 300, 400, now bet you are fine. More fat and no young with Juma, no more could church. The Juma, they say, be a buno, they say, I'm my Juma 6,000 security. Munko, that would be my advice on that. Now, apart from that, I am not a fucker or can't. And Minister Foreign Minister onye presentable. And what do they call it? We are too forcing the body language. It doesn't matter. These people are young, educated. Their qualifications. People for abroad there. They don't have the qualifications that these guys have. These guys have educated themselves. We as well say in the next 2-3 years, if things go well, these people will present. And bring you up quite a kind of I think it's good enough. Apart from that, how can you compare Akufo-Addo's 8 years of budget or governance to a 3 months? How can you compare 8 years of budget or 8 years of governance to Nkukwo? When I must you and Nkukwo and 8 million Kusia and then Kusia and go for school. It's like he said, I can't draw. But let's wait patiently. na yɛhwɛ mama ɔyɛ nation builder ɛyɛ adeɛ nyankopɔn de akyɛ no or the channel. The only thing is that the people around, he cannot do all. But so the people around him, no, na omunye juma papa. Omukasi A B. Na yen na omanu koso. Ye ke ye chitin ko sihi. Regardless, any NPP, any DC, omani ye me nyina. Into the kakra meka for now, no.
Show mami ama man be year a ye emma jenina and your bakofo until the nation builder ba wa build or mine and I say we'll see or man for front what to nyama ye share IGP was sesano until the kakra no yes sense and your mammy na afi 24-hour economy so edin home ebe gym. Michamuhabesi 5 taxes has been scrapped. NPP for say there be antisa.
All these bills will continue to increase. Looking at the indicators that we are seeing, and we thought that having campaigned on cost of living crisis and came to power with the support of the Ghanaian people, the least the government could do was to present a budget that will address the cost of living crisis. In terms of transport fares, in terms of petroleum product prices, in terms of energy bills. But even when we come to taxes, the minister announced that they are abolishing VAT on motor insurance. Ladies and gentlemen, we were already not collecting VAT on motor insurance. VAT on motor insurance was exempted. Rather, the minister was trying to be smart. They have reintroduced VAT on non-life insurance, with the exception of the motor vehicle insurance. So all other insurance, given that the penetration of the insurance industry is just 1.1%, we are so shocked that the minister will reintroduce VAT on non-life insurance, except motor vehicle insurance. So let us not rejoice over the removal of these taxes, which we expected. What we did not expect was the reintroduction of VAT on insurance. They've also increased the growth and sustainability levy from 1% to 3% for the mining sector and extended the sunset period from 2025 to 2028. When you heard the minister talking about growth, he said that the growth was influenced by the extractives.
That's a lie.
And so, how can you tax a sector which is giving you growth? The sector that is giving you growth is the sector you want to go and tax. This is not good for industry. This is not good for economic growth. And this is not good for the development of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, betting tax that they said they have abolished. We never collected betting tax. We never implement the betting tax. So to come and tell Ghanaians that you have abolished something that was not implemented is to deceive the people of Ghana.
Ejaba Bidro Busafo Yasafanina Darkin 4 Stars Radio TV Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and affiliations. So your affiliate Ghana into Yenilano, your two and Crana Epity, and Amidika Kayan, so more and Kratubi, Mombomodia, na Mufamrana and Tomfamau, will be a bonny mobile Jofrenu, Bizisua, Udichiami, Ewo, Ejumedianina, I say, and then your Kayan. IGP, ye in free war. Now, dear Bacoa, I was a gunner for ye na Yohuno Tiasi and say, one more Mukase Uzana, one more Mukase crucify him. I brought Dampare Bass on your bodge in the Susa. When we ye, this year, Yohuno Swaba, your badge so. A war, a bra on my penny is fine, no. Ehwa ene ye bwaje ne so enche bia ye Ghana fo ubisa yase a wobeti ase pa e free 1992 abra started a constitution ase no bepem ende o mampeni bia obia ni petitu bia paso ye bwaje ne so sa ne wieye na ye basa enti yenye ahweye ewo ho pa ena taxes no so a ya tete so no yenhwe say enidaso ebewo ho edi ama omano say atisu say entisu ekono die sa se wo dom kuma na fa ene bibia ebeye bia no obenya ho asem aka dom kese no ebeka se eye dom kuma no beka se enye ene sa na yehu abepim sisi ante ne die enya ade a ehu bia sa nti no nia ekomhwehwe ni o me da munyina ase wiasa fa na nyi amo amutie ye no wo like ya na wa hye ye manu ko ni munti no memfa akonya we so na menda wo fa yawo mamia manager esafaka ase na mo amuhwe ye nyina so ewe bebia no abefu mfidie ni no eda munyina ase ye mo mpaye oman Ghana ye nyina ye dia ekwan ya o man be fa so o man peni obeba so ye to abama nko ade a e wo se yeta wichi mom se kwa wonam so na se enye a na yeso yaba na yaba be kire yadwe adwen na ye kire se memi kire madwen wo so de wadwen eka ho a na aye kese na je se amanyofo no so etie na wo mototo enwoma a ebema abutoyemu na ahotoso aba oman mu mi say no de just for ka on de sometimes no wo ka se wo no wo pa obekopa onko medie mesanko mechi meni mamiama yeko ofaya susu bedi ma ofase ofaya obedi mechi ama yako Ghana no pe nti e wo se ye bompa yese o mani be yi empa bonko anye adwuma e wo se adwuma den e ka ho nti ye o mamba pa no na ya hwe se ye ma esisie esikan so mu ene wenchi bia ma ade no wo ya ma o man no a jiw wumu ne wakoma mu nyina na faye na wochina bi ye bobo wudin e de akayo te senia ye bokwa menkromedin a ye de kan no wanyoma bebre mu enipa bebre abakosem aboa ama se ye bo wudin pe na akwakoye ensem no bebre nti nia ye die droni me da obi bia se biom afi so memfa konya we enda me producers asem Andy Achimai C Hope and I feel Maxwell Wilberforce Muina with the Muina Mutumu said that because me as so major man who made so one. Etino Foster's Radio Debia Yekasa being for make a profit heated the option and support. That's how we pass the good information to you all the time. And a haya and the yanko baby bra Upeso Babaka and Brabeka na yanko yenimo anisa ntino medamu nyina se aha ene di dwumadi ni esi nyame adom na adom bi edom yen a ye besan ehia eye na wotwe a ya hemu ensem foforo ba e de bebrem dadeke makramo